All right, guys, this is something special. This is, as you can see, the screen is down. We're about to do it. This is
Whose idea was this?
This is her idea. This is her idea.
1,000%. God
this
damn.
is 1,000% her idea, and let it happen. We'll see. It'll be good.
Why you say yes though?
What?
Why'd you say yes?
We're on good terms, you know? We're both doing the things that we want to do. We're just... It'll be maybe as awkward as this intro, if not worse.
Not more.
I'm looking forward to it. This will be good. It'll be fun.
Oh, I'm hyped. Honestly, I'm not even trying to stunt.
This next guest is my ex-girlfriend, and she's a great person, and she taught me how to be empathetic. She told me to say that, but also like it's fine. She did make me a better person, and we're on good terms, and it'll be fine. It won't be weird, and it won't be weird. Jack, are you recording this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. Jack Wagner's in the back recording it. This will be on the Patreon. All right, guys, give it up for Chrissy Milazzo. All right, wait, is this all right, there we go. I'll move over here.
Oh, okay.
Got a backpack on stage, like me in 2016.
I mean, hey.
Me in 2015.
I was doing backpacks.
You were doing the backpack on stage for a while.
Well, that's just because I was just really riding.
Because you were just selling drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got both mics.
Yeah, everything's
You got both mics. Thank you.
Hey guys.
Oh, my fault. Hold up. I got you.
Hey.
Oh wait. Oh, are you?
There
directing
it is. Hi.
Chrissy, you look so good.
Thank you so much. Please,
Wow.
please, no one else say anything the whole time. I don't care if we're friends. Just please don't say anything. There are way too many people here. Wow. Oh God, yikes. I wish it was a table and not a stool, because like the wine to rest it. Hey. So, I hope everybody here knows that me and Brandon used to date. Yes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to cheer. What the fuck? That's what you should do. We dated for like a year and some change. And I'm gonna do a presentation on our relationship and breakup. And I just want to say special thanks to Jack Wagner for filming it, Spencer Pratt for being here. Round of applause. And then also for Brandon for finally letting me perform something he never let me do.
You don't do stand-up. This was the first opportunity that arose. You know.
The last time I did stand-up was pretty much a year ago on 9/11. I did a 9/11 set. Never forget. So next, if that works, then that's great. That's a low bar. I have a laser pointer. Can everybody see this? Great. Good. Next slide. I'm going to be saying next a lot. Next again. And next one more time. Yeah. I got a graphic designer on this shit. Am I like too loud? Should I good? Okay. Next. Okay, next again.
Oh, that was.
Next again.
that was from the r/Cumtown
This is from
subreddit.
So just to set things up, people hate Brandon, but they hate me more. Next again. Okay, so this is, I don't know how good the quality is, but this is just before we dated. This is me in high school. This is me. Reminds me of like Spring Breakers. This is me and this guy Todd. I'm 17 there, and he's like in his 20s. He went to the Technical Institute to learn how to fix cars. And this is me at 14, if you can believe. And this is Brandon at like 18. And he's wearing a red hoodie from American Apparel because he bought it after Donald Glover's Freaks and Geeks video.
No, I had it before that.
And then, this is Brandon in 8th grade, which like adorable, so cute. And then this is Brandon in the tiptoeing in my Jordans video for Riff Raff, but then they cut him.
Cut out.
They cut him out of the video.
Yeah. But I lost my virginity that weekend.
He lost his virginity to this girl. I'm so sorry to her. We ran into her at a fried chicken spot recently, and he didn't tell me it was her until today when we reviewed the PowerPoint. So, next.
It didn't feel relevant.
So how did me and Brandon meet? It's debatable. Next. Okay, so it's kind of complicated, but down the street, there's this place, Los Globos. Mixed reaction. I'll get to that in a second. But I Googled imaged Bar Lubitsch, which is a place in West Hollywood, and it was where I first saw Brandon do stand-up in 2014 when I first moved to LA. And I loved his stand-up that night, and he wasn't popping online yet. He had like 3,000 followers. I had like 300 followers, different times. And I went up to him after his set, and I was like, oh my God, good set. I'm Chrissy. And he was like, I'm Brandon, nice to meet you, whatever. And then I followed him on Twitter after, and I faved a bunch of his tweets. And then he DM'd me, and he was like, do you want to go out? And one of his jokes in his set when I saw him was like, oh, I'm like a teen. And so when I responded to his DM, I was like, aren't you like 18? And then he unfollowed me immediately. And then I found him on Facebook because I had no friends or boundaries. And I was like, why would you do that? That's not the way to get girls. And then he was like, okay, do you want to hang out? And so then Brandon sent me this text, which is, for intention purposes, this is me asking you out on a date.
Yeah, that's fucking cool as shit. Oh, what? Oh, you're exposing me for being cool?
Yeah. So this was in 2014, and then me and Brandon went on a date where he spent like all of his money, which was $150 at the time, at what was the restaurant?
Son of a Gun, baby.
Son of a Gun. It's great. On 3rd.
I used all of my whatever.
It was good. It was good. And we made out afterwards. We went to my apartment where I had like only a mattress and I had a bed frame, but it was like not much of a bed frame. But in any case, Brandon took his pants off as soon as he got to my room.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Do you want to explain?
Well, okay, I don't know why you're telling this to 200 people, but I have a rule about like I don't want to get beds dirty with my jeans. So that's my thing is
not to be
raw denim,
no jeans on the bed. You wear jeans for like a very long time. You don't want that on your bed.
But, like I had hung out with this person and met them in real life for like 2 hours, and then he got to my room and immediately took his pants off. And then we made out, and then a couple months later, I was working for this horrible website I won't even speak of, but that's the name of it. Thank you so much. It's deeply embarrassing. But I had never written a profile or interview of anybody before, and so then I was like, who do I know who's interesting? And I was like, that guy who took his pants off in my apartment. And so I had asked Brandon to be my first profile and interview him, and he was like, okay, and he took that as like a flirtation. And then I also was deeply unprofessional, so then this was what I brought to the interview, which is Flamin' Hot Cheetos, a tall Heineken, and a High Life, a 40. And Brandon proceeded to consume none of this and eat a Chiba Chew, which is an edible. Got super fucked up, and then I drove him to Los Globos where he was meeting his later ex-girlfriend. And we made out.
Listen, guys. Listen, you need to calm down. I need everyone to calm down.
So during the interview, he had turned the recorder off and then hit on me. And
yeah,
he was like, this is off the record. And I was like, Okay, but it was like not scummy, it was like cute. And then I drove him in my Jetta to Los Lobos, and I was like trying not to hook up, and so it was awkward in the car, and then we saw this car accident, and I was like, what's like the craziest car accident you've seen? And he was like, you don't want to make out with me, but you want to talk about crazy car accidents. And I was like, yeah. And then we made out in front of Los Lobos. So sorry, this was a long slide. Next. Okay, so then we were friends for a really long time, but I tried to look it up on the internet, and I don't know which one of us did this privacy-wise, but there's no evidence of our friendship. Shout out to Wyatt and Julie. Thank you. Next. Okay, so then this was, we'd been friends for like a year. This was our rekindling. I made a note in my phone and then sent it to him of what he owed me to be able to go on another date with me, which was a pack of Mambas, which is a good candy, a second pack of Mambas, and a milkshake. Thank you so much. Next. And then there's a lot to unpack here. So throughout 2015 and 2016, we had sort of like a friendship to more awakening. And I don't know if you guys know Darcy Wilder. She's amazing. Shout out. Okay. Fine, whatever. So Darcy came to LA, and Brandon and I had been friends for a while, and we went to this Ham on Everything party. And you can see pictures here. That's Romo. That's Brandon. That's me in the corner. And we got super fucked up, and me, Darcy, and Brandon all peed in the same bathroom. And then Darcy tweeted this, which was the first time she met me and Brandon. I had to calm them down because we were at Cantor's, and they kept yelling "pussy is my Pilates," and everyone was blacked out. And then a couple days later, Darcy, me, and Brandon launched our group text, which we named Celibate Hoes. And it was based off of this hi bitch meme, which is one goat coming out of another goat's pussy and saying hi bitch. And then we drank a bunch of peach Ciroc on Brandon's subletted porch, and we got locked out, and we listened to a Beats pill for a bunch of hours before the MTV whatever awards. And then Darcy wrote horny liars, because then later me and Brandon started obviously having sex, and we were no longer celibate hoes. And then this is like something that someone made on Twitter that I saved, which is just Brandon in the Taco Bell logo, and it says Liv Moss. I just liked it. Next. Did you like that transition?
Wow.
Thank you.
Give it up for that transition. Great work.
Okay, so this is a little quiz moment. Please wait until I've listed all the options to yell your answer. So, hit next. Did we first have sex after Olive Garden? Next. Crawford's Fried Chicken? Next. Cheesecake Factory? Next. A Riff Raff show? Next. Or Applebee's Times Square? Next. Don't hit, oh shit, go back. Is it possible to go back? Yeah, and then hit next a bunch of times. Okay, and then end on E, please. Okay, pause. So, do you guys think A, B, C, D, or E?
Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
Brandon, would you like to share the answer?
Yeah, C.
Okay,
yeah.
so
That's not even a question. You go to the Cheesecake Factory, it's going down. Everyone that ever went to the Cheesecake Factory has immediately had sex afterwards.
That is true.
That's just like, yeah.
Memorial Day 2016, Brandon and I went to a party, and then we decided we would start trying to hook up, and then a couple days later, we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and we got wings and a large Caesar salad. And then afterwards, we tried to have sex, and Brandon was playing like Trop House in the background.
I don't know about that. You don't need to. You can next slide. I don't know what the fuck that. I don't know about any of that.
We had better sex the next day. Next. Okay, so this is a semi-nude of me, and I meant to censor it with emojis, but I sent Brandon the wrong file, so just please, just don't make fun of me. How did Brandon respond to this photo I sent when we were talking in August 2016? Hit next. Sent a dick pic. Hit next. Didn't respond. Next. I'm at lunch. Or D. So what do you guys think? So I'm going to answer this one. The answer is both C and D. Brandon, would you like to speak on this?
I don't. You know, I was at lunch. What? Like.
I mean, shit. You see that at Soup Plantation?
Yeah.
So I know you can't see
I
it
don't-
super high res, but like this is a
What?
great photo.
No, it is. It's a no.
It's
but,
alluding to a lot. Please stop saying anything. And I lived in a really small apartment with a really small sink and a really small mirror, so I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, like, you would get this photo and you would probably have a reaction. But Brandon was like, I'm at lunch. And then he started a...
No, I got better at texting.
Brandon now responds to nudes really nicely. That are not mine. But I just want to say that, like, come on. But then he was like, I feel like you're more sexual than me. Like, I don't know if we can date. And I was like...
That's not true. I can't believe you would say
true.
that. That's not even true.
It's certainly true.
That's like...
But then it was more of a
No,
conversation
that's
of like,
not
how much
true.
time do you have? Oh my God, we don't have enough time. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So next slide.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We're way over 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, working
Okay,
on
No,
well, I'll
I
just
mean,
get-
it's fine. It's fine. I love it. I love it.
How many minutes am I am right now?
13 and some change.
I'm at 13 minutes currently.
Yeah.
I've been talking for 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Around there.
What?
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You felt the power and it kind of, you've been cruising.
It's been 13 minutes?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
fine.
It's good though.
Basically, so my friend died and it was horrible. Whatever, no applause. And then one time after my friend died, like me and Brandon were hanging out a lot. I couldn't eat a lot, and I was trying to flirt with him. He had bought me rice at this restaurant because it was like all that I wanted to eat was like bland foods. And then I was like, he was like, finish your rice, and I was like, what do I get if I finish my rice? And he was like, free rice.
Yeah, you're describing a very alpha guy. You're describing this is a PowerPoint about a cool guy.
And then I feel so bad at how much time I've taken already. So then the election happened, and Trump won, and we decided to date. Next. So then this is our relationship. Brandon was hanging out with my friends. Shout out to Clipka and Steph Stone. Right over here. Someone on Twitter made this Joni Loves Chachi thing of us. It might have been Mabson. I'm not sure. This is Brandon asleep in the back of a car with me taking a photo. This is me and Brandon. Like, Brandon would always fall asleep. He's very cute. This is me and Brandon at one of his events. Very cute. And this is at my friend's wedding. Very cute. We were dating. It was very cute. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Next. This is like just like a representation of like me saying I love you to Brandon. He bought me this book called Side Chick Catching Main Chick Feelings that I really wanted. It's a really poorly self-published book, but it's amazingly entertaining. The main character's name is this guy Drake. This is us at a party together, and then this is hit next.
Ow! That hurt. Why are you being mean?
I don't want people to see this.
He's very cute, right? I love him. Next. And then this is, you can't really read them, but Brandon made me an adorable Valentine's card with a squirrel on it. And then this is the inside of that card. And then this is Brandon drawing hearts at the end of a loving note that he wrote me. And it's like, this is a bad heart. Okay, this one's better. Oh, this is a better heart. He was very cute, wrote me so many notes. We were very in love. Next.
Okay. Yeah.
The numbers. Let's crunch the numbers.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
yeah, then looking at it from a statistical perspective, love is not forever. Next. Because sometimes you move in together, and I moved into Brandon's one bedroom. Jesus. So we moved in together, and I think that was very stressful, and I was very broke.
You need a room per person, I think is the
We do.
rule.
And I think like we
Yeah.
both have big personalities, and so like we tried to fix it via like domestication stuff, like ordering Blue Apron, and like sure, but it does not make it okay. Like we needed a 2-bedroom, and we only had one. Next. Okay, so then this is getting into the breakdown of what happened. Here's the thing, is that Brandon is very popular, you're all here, and it gives me profound anxiety. So here is Brandon hosting a fun party where I was probably like drinking in the bathroom, upset, because I don't like being around people. This is Brandon taking his shirt off doing stand-up, which like, sure. This is Brandon on a red carpet. This is Brandon's whole Wikipedia, which is like albums and ASMR album. Love that for him.
Yeah, thank you.
Alternative comedy,
With
observational
5.7
comedy.
on Pitchfork.
This is him with Alex Russell. Shout out. This is him with 2 random girls. If either of you are here, fuck you. And then these are all his Google images. Next. We were too open online, which was probably mostly my fault. This is Brandon posting about me washing a dish. This is just tweets. Shalik, love you, Shalik, wherever you are. I'm going to text Chrissy to take your phone. And I would see those tweets and be like, oh my God, what's going on? Next. Okay, so then I'm not going to talk about this that much, but basically in August.
You should talk about it.
I feel like it's going really long, but in August of 2017, I was high listening to YG on the way back from the beach with Brandon. And I tweeted this. And then a couple months later in November, the alt-right found it, and they did this. And then the Secret Service came to me and Brandon's apartment. And please don't tell the alt-right we're talking about this right now. I will kill myself. But basically, the actual Secret Service agents were called by a bunch of alt-right psychos, like hundreds of thousands online. And so then they showed up to me in Brandon's apartment, and they interviewed us. And Brandon, bless his heart, was interviewed by them, and they were like asking about the weed that was everywhere. And they were like, they were chill. And they were like, oh, Blue Hawaiian, is that the same as Californian? And Brandon was like, oh no, that's just a name for the weed. It's not like a special brand. You guys probably get tested all the time, right? You couldn't like. So he offered.
I was gonna smoke out the Secret Service, baby.
He was gonna smoke out
That's
the
cool.
Secret Service.
Once
That's
again, this is a PowerPoint about a very cool guy.
Yeah. So the basic point of this is that the alt-right came for me. The Secret Service investigated me. They had a watermarked printout of my tweet that I wish I asked to keep. And I had a mental breakdown, and Brandon had to suffer all of my anxiety, and I really didn't deal with it well. Next. Okay, so instead of dealing with all of my insecurities and anxiety in a mature way, I started to just look at who Brandon followed on Instagram and just like force it on that. And one thing was that he followed Dua Lipa and would like all of her selfies, and I was like, you don't like all of my selfies, and I was being insane. Next. I masked my doubt and insecurity. Next. I bailed on trying to accept our relationship as it was and was trying to force an idea of what it wasn't. Next. Instagram ruined my fucking life. Next. Coachella case study. So basically, Brandon, our first Coachella on this side, posted on social media, I'm lucky and I'm corny. This is us being like cute together. I'm so hot. This is us right here. And then on the right side is our next Coachella a year later, where I was literally begging Brandon to please give me confidence in our relationship by posting any of these photos online, which he did not.
No, I posted one.
He posted one, but I was like literally begging him because I was like so insecure at that point, and I'd like made
I
up a
remember
bunch of
you
things
were
in my
like,
head.
there's more photos of you and Post Malone than there are us.
I did say that,
And
which was true.
Yeah.
Which was, to be fair, true. No disrespect to Post Malone. Next. Brandon gave up on trying to placate me. Next. I gave up on pretending not to be hurt. Next. And then this is the breakup. So I had texted Brandon a picture of Charlie Puth. No, this is just for fun. Just what a funny breakup, right? This is so funny. And also, I just want to, just before I move on really quick, where is the rest of his leg? Right?
Amputee
So-
Charlie Puth.
I hope Noah Cyrus is okay. Next. Okay, so this is serious layer breakup, so I'll be quick, but basically, it was in May. It was the day of a Taylor Swift concert. Love you, Taylor, despite all of your misgivings. So Brandon was trying to get Liz to the Taylor. What are you guys talking about?
It's the Taylor Swift concert.
Okay, do you want to say something? Or?
No.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So Taylor Swift had a concert. We were supposed to go, and then Brandon could only get one spot. And I said to Brandon, just go. And then Brandon was like, I'll go, but I'll come home for you early at like 11. And that triggered me. I was like, 11's not early. And I freaked out, and I was like, you're always saying you're going to come home and all of these things and all these insecurities. And then I was like, you know what? We should just break up before we hate each other. And in the weeks leading up to the breakup, this is a picture of us, and this is a picture of us. And I think we look very much like friends. in these photos.
You were like, let's break up in like a month, and then so we had like
I had like a plan. I was like, I'm going to my dad's surprise birthday party in New Jersey on June 6th, and so 3 weeks ahead of that, I was like, let's break up in 3 weeks. But we were watching this dog together, Penny, Allison, Jeremy, wherever you are. She's the best dog. And so the night that we decided to break up, we cried a lot, and then we went and played skee ball. We got drunk. We had sex. And then a couple weeks later, we went to a Dodgers game. And then a couple weeks after that, or maybe some days, we went to dinner. And then someone quote tweeted and said, my favorite couple. And we were like, next. I know, it's like sad, I know. So then after we decided to really break up, I just want to make it clear that we really broke up, but then I was in New Jersey and I started having second thoughts and I was like, Brandon, maybe this isn't a good idea. And he was like, no take backs.
I didn't say no take backs, but the sentiment was there.
The sentiment was there. Brandon was like, no, we need to do this. And I was like, what if we don't? And then we unfollowed each other on Instagram and blocked each other at my request. Which is the block over here, and then muted each other on Twitter, obviously, and then that's just how you do it for any of you who are trying to escape relationships out there. Next. Okay, and so then this is like me and Brandon. What are we doing now? We're separated. The future is to be determined. Next. What does the future hold? Perhaps I will work for some startups. Brandon will do comedy. Maybe I'll do more of this. We'll have unprotected sex with other people and hopefully not have kids soon. We'll have friends, money, and then I don't know what else. Next. Next. So then you guys can just read this. I was borrowing Brandon's car after we broke up, and there was a giant dildo in his trunk.
Yeah.
I went to Trader Joe's, and a guy helped me carry all my groceries. He was hot. And then I opened the trunk, not knowing this was there. And this was there.
Yeah.
Next. That's the dildo that the hot guy with the grocery bag
There's
saw.
there's a cowboy hat also.
There was also that. Next. And then this was Brandon's explanation, which was not good enough. And the guy obviously did not talk to me past that. Next. And so then here we are at the end of our relationship. We are still sharing this dog that's not our dog sometimes. We hang out with this dog. That's Brandon with the dog. That's me with the dog. This is the flyer for the show that you're on. And then I just really quick before I go, I know I've gone over like super long, but a couple things. Brandon, could you come here?
All right, what's up? This has been good, right? Oh, wow.
Hey, give me one of them. Don't throw them. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's the end. If anyone wants Mambas, you can see us after the show. I just want to say, Brandon, I love you so much. I'm sorry for talking for 30 minutes.
Give it up for Chrissy Milazzo. One more time. Very cute. Thank you. Give it up.